What the hell was that? That wasn't a noble phantasm. Of course not. How could I have a noble phantasm when I'm not even a servant? If you're not a servant, then that has been... That's it! That body of yours is the fake Rongomediad. How very astute. She's not holed up in this fake Rongomediad. She's fused with its shape and memory. Reines? Great! You need to use your Rongomediad. Yeah, about that. We've been trying for a while now, but we can't get that damn thing to work. Thanks, Ad. Of course not. You only made it to its tower thanks to its resemblance to your Rongomediad. Just as you can interfere with my lance, I can interfere with yours. You will not be able to use it here. I made sure of that. As they say, know when to hold and know when to fold. At last, I can finally touch you, Reines El-Melloi. Oh god, danger! Danger! I am in dreadful danger! Paper scraps? No. This is the real Holy Grail! Yes, this all ends now. The path to this ending may have been more curious than I intended, but we still got here just the same. This time, Reines El-Melloi, I'm going to make sure you drown in my memories. Get away from her, Reines El-Melloi! Too late for that. And some cutscenes to go to boot. Wait, that's Normani. I'm telling you, this is our biggest vulnerability right here, and it affects Team A just as much as anyone else. Honestly, things are looking really bad right now. We don't even have an idea who we're up against. I know we still got Kriskaya. We don't have to know what he's really thinking to know that he is as capable as they come. I'm sure he has no trouble handling whatever is in store for us. But still, none of that changes how serious of a problem this is. And we can't do anything about it, with the way Chaldea's systems are right now. If no one's there to observe them, they cease to exist. But she's still incomplete, right? Yes, unfortunately. Even the greatest geniuses need time to work their magic. So, I'm going to pin our hopes on the future, and pray that time solves this problem for us. So it's something they intended to help work, but she didn't have time to get it to completion. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I have very high hopes for you, Mon Monsieur. Da Vinci and that was one of the oldest files I have obtained in my archives. As you can guess, I've been asleep ever since it was recorded. Remainly perpetually incomplete. Perpetually incomplete. Even during the insurrection of humanity, I kept sleeping inside Chaldea, powerless to do anything. That remained so even after humanity was restored, and my data was transferred into the Shadow Broker. I only just really awoke when a new Chaldea was established in the Bandeliers. You mean the Watering Sea? In hindsight, the Watering Sea heterogeneous data must have been what triggered my awakening. But no sooner did I finally awaken than I became utterly despondent. Humanity had already been restored. Without my help, Team A had turned against us and began raising trees of emptiness. And above all, my creator had died, all before I could even had the opportunity to live up to their expectations. So, I began to watch. I devote every bit of observation functionality I could to the boundaries wavering between the worlds. Whenever Chaldea regained the ability to raise shift, I found a Holy Grail fragment not too far away. I decided that I would use the loss of my creator's properties, regardless of how high her hopes for me were. So now, I'll be the one to observe. And as the only one observing, I alone can choose what the truth will be. Why would you do something like that? You all grieve for Da Vinci's death, didn't you? Well, yeah, we all did, but somehow she had a second body that is still a child, so she's not technically gone for good, she can still live on in that body. And I still feel bad she got stabbed in the chest by that one dude. Then your grief needs to heal, and there's no better salve than forgetting. That's how I will demonstrate my value. I am the only one who needs to know the truth. True to my name, I remember everything. The rest of you are better off in bliss, ignorance. Sure, Rio, it's better off not knowing what has transpired, but that's what makes us human. We learn from things and we improve upon them. If we didn't have the way to improve, it would be stagnant for the rest of our lives. But this is what? Why damn it thing? This is that why damn it thing. This is about Da Vinci's death. I really want to go with the first option, but I'm gonna stay with this one. ... You feel better once you have forgotten. It will provide you with the healing you need to prepare for the upcoming battles. My creator will never have been wanted you to hold on to your grief. She would have wanted you to forget and move on. So, I will use the Holy Grail fragment to create 3 pieces of paper, lure you to them, and have you steal the memories they yield. So that's why everyone forgotten, because you wanted them to create false memories and doing so to keep us ignorant from things that happened. It was what I had to do to create new memories and have you more easily accept them. Just giving them to you wouldn't have been enough. I have to create obstacles for you to overcome, to make you work to collect them. And it would have been work if El-Melloi II hadn't given the game away. ... Are you finally realizing how tired you are? It must have been hard for you to keep your eyes open by now. Go ahead, accept these memories. Be free from the griefs and suffering that still eat away at you. If ever there was a time to forget, it is now. No one should have to live with the sin of destroying entire lost belts. Go on, Reines El-Melloi. ... Oh boy. What's this? Gray. Reines! I managed to get through to the other side. Are you alright? Not at the moment. So use wrong with Minoru to interfere with my expanse, but I doubt you can do anything more. As I already demonstrated, I have greater control over it than you do. Don't worry, I'll be kind enough to let you all forget as well. It's alright, I'll manage all your memories. After all, you're Reines El-Melloi swords. The kindest thing I can do for you is to let you forget, so that you can continue to fight without reservation. Oh, what a crock! That's not kindness, not by a damn sight! Why do you think that? Can you hear me, pupil of mine? You can't, right? I'm just gonna keep shouting either way. You and I have been all around this patchwork London together. We both talk to the people who have forgotten something important to them. Every one of them was searching for the memories they had lost. Desperately so, in fact. You and I both know how bad it feels to unable to remember. Even if you don't know how important the memories you lost were, it still feels terrible to forget them. Even if it does feel better to lose them, your heart will never let you forget that something is missing. So don't you know just as well as I do that forgetting isn't the answer? That's not for you to decide. Chaldea has been already asked far too much of Reines El-Melloi. That is why I awaken now, to serve her for her grief and burden her of her mistakes. That is what she needs. Are you sure that's what I really need at this point? What if I don't want this? No, what I need is to live with that grief. No, what I need is to live with that grief. It will make kind of sense if you... Whenever you do mistakes in this world, you have to know from your things you did wrong to learn from them. And we don't have that, as I previously mentioned, there will be no progress. No, I refuse to let you take my memories away from me. I'll go to the first one. What? Ah, now I see. You're even more broken than I believe. You have been so battered that you now believe you are your wound. But you are mistaken. That's nothing more than a lie your mind has woven to protect itself from the unbearable pain. But do not worry, I will see you healed, no matter how many years it takes. Mental hair care is another function I am designed to provide for mass. Not that Astrea can say anything about that. What? A noble phantasm striking from the outside? That's impossible! Not even divine spirit like Astrea should be able to penetrate this sacred land's outer shell. There may be some tiny vulnerable spots as a result of my meddling with it, but she would have no way of determining where they are. The only sort of person who could calculate something like that is... I don't know, maybe the gentleman person. I don't know, maybe the person which starts with letter M, like say James Moriarty, the evil genius of London. There, my magic bullet was right on the money. I say, those of you caught in my web do seem rather chatty. Even I can't help but stick my nose in after hearing so many things? I've just as soon not have. It's too bad that after I went to the trouble of using my connections to put my noble phantasm together, unleashing that much power at this distance was just too much for this spirit origin to handle. Between this and fixing the automatons, I must have ventured a bit too far outside my comfort zone. Oh well, at least I got to hear this song. What a beautiful melody. What a beautiful night. Now this is the way to go. I could have hoped for a better reward. Godspeed, young mage. Godspeed, young pupil. Well, see you, Moriarty. Although I won't be seeing you in my Chaldea since I don't have you there. Okay, so we're fighting against a rider and an unknown. So I'm pretty gonna stick to my loadout right now. Let's see, I want a rider. A rider. Do I want to stick with Merlin? He's gonna die anyway after the first initial hit. Because that crit though, that was just really outshot him. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the same party. Doesn't really change much. Hey, Gray! Pupil! Are you alright? I'm not sure what just happened, but it looks like you're out. ... Guess you're not able to let us go just yet. True, I didn't account for some of these eventualities, but that's exactly why the last part of my plan had to go perfectly. Otherwise, none will be saved. I'm not letting you to have Reines or Reines D45. Nor am I, though you certainly didn't make it easy. Astrea! It was fortunate that someone else needed their noble phantasm to break through the outer shell. Embarrassing though, it was no need to help at all. At any rate, all the relevant parties are here, and we are nice and close to the stars. The court is finally ready to begin proceeding. Oh shit. What are you going to do? I don't know, fire over a noble phantasm to rock your shit in? Exactly what I must, of course. Oh, she just ascended to her final form. I am the court that lies in the stars. I am the sword that passes sentence. This is the place in which to grant pardon. This is the time in which to mete out justice. Astrea's second noble phantasm? Order! Return to us! I am Limit Virgo! Interesting that she has two noble phantasms. The sky! The smog that was blocking the night sky is dissipating. Senpai! Finally, the real Marsh is back to us. Ah, there we go. About time you got to us, young lady. I've been wanting to hear from you for so long. I'm practically skin and bones. I hardly doubt that, Gordov, because he looked the same to me. Director Godo, you're here too? Honestly, I care more than Mosh than our director though. So is that really you, Mosh? My second Nova doesn't put everything back where it should be. It also restored order and abolish sin. Abolish sin. It even works on singularities that had been cut off from the outside world. We lost contact almost immediately after the ray shifted. There was one moment we got through again, but we still couldn't get a visual on you. Ah, that has been the first call when you told us about spirit origin graph. I guess that was the only genuine communication of the bunch. Yep, we're calling from Nova Cordelia, though it wasn't easy, let me tell you. But now we've been able to monitor your situation for the last few minutes or so. I almost managed to verify your existence from the data we still had of the Shadowbreakers Mansoe. You're... I think I might even have some idea why you did all of this, speaking as us one genuine Da Vinci creation to another. If you'd like to talk about what you've been through, I'll be glad to listen. What do you say? Stop it! Not interested? Huh. Well, can't blame you. I did take way too long to get here. I wish I had more time, but there are some things even the greatest genius can't change. Reines, would you mind taking it from here? My pleasure. Just what I had in mind. Not all. I want to see this through to the end. You got it. Hey, remember that fairy tale patchwork? I didn't say this back then, but a lot of time when the culprit hide in a why done it is because they want to be found. Yeah, you did say that. The reason culprits in why damn it some things wear masks is even simpler. They want to talk to you, but they don't want to know what they look like. As for those steampunk patchworks, the Steam King said it himself. For the place to exist at all, you have to turn a blind eye to its contradictions. It's a dream you know to be impossible, and that alone makes you wonder if you haven't forgotten something. That way, the why in your little story here is the culprit's desire to forget what they know to be true. What's your point? There's no point, honestly. I don't even care why you did this anymore. But it did get me thinking that this singularity and the events that took place in it might have been influenced by your own state of mind. Maybe these cases resolve around forgetfulness. We've been privy to all happen because you want to forget more than anything. Well now, it would seem you handled the detective work for this case rather nicely. If Holmes actually praising her for her detective skills, that's saying a lot. No way! Sherlock Holmes? The one and only. Wow! You even have the king of all detectives on your side? Chaldea? Well now, don't I feel fool for playing detective? Please don't. This has been quite fascinating. As El-Melloi said, perhaps this is the approach to take when deserting mystics. You should be proud of what you have accomplished. Now that you have solved the mystery, all that remains is the final conversation with the culprit. Yep. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but the fact is, I'm still not a detective. I'm a mage, and not a very nice one at that. I'm going to need help from my genuine good people, if I'm going to do anything decent. Well, if you want my help, I'll be happy to give it. Thank you, pupil. Damn it! I finally managed to say it. Confirmation similarity between the Sacred Lands and the Memosia has decreased, most likely as a result of Australia's second Noble Phantasm. I guess she's having trouble keeping that fake Rongomedia reinforced now that this singlet isn't quite so close off. Alright, pupil, this is it. I trust you're ready too, Gray. I am. I'll be honored to help you finish this. Let's begin the final battle in the Patchwork London. Let's go!